Hello everyone, Vic here, and today I'm sharing with you a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout process video for Peartree Cutfiles, and I am working with one of the new Cutfiles in the March release this year. And when I saw these Cutfiles, I just absolutely love them. So these are the rainbow tags, like I said, from the March release at Peartree Cutfiles, and Marie has them in the shop, and they're they show up on the screen as black. Well, they did for me anyway, and I just thought they were absolutely fabulous, and I thought they'd look really, really nice, cut in black cardstock and placed on like a rainbow background. So it's another mixed media layout for me, and quite a simple one because I really wanted those tags to shine through on my layout. So I haven't altered the size at all when I've cut them in my silhouette program, and then I've created another tag, as you can see, just to back my photograph on. Originally I wasn't going to have anything behind my photograph, I was just going to have the 3 original tags on there, but the photograph itself then started to cover up too much of the sunshine and the rainbow. So I've just used a bit of scrap cardstock that I had and used one of the tag Cutfiles as a template to draw around and create my own tag. Now I wanted to go bright and bold, like I said, with this layout. And I wanted to try and keep to the theme of the tags. So behind the one with the cloud and the rain, I wanted blue. Behind the one with the sunshine, I wanted yellow. And I wasn't quite sure what to put behind the rainbow one. I didn't know whether to put a mix match of colours behind it, but I thought that would look a bit silly against the blue and the yellow bold blocks of colour. So I decided just to go with the third primary colour, red, and that worked really, really well for me. So I'm just using ordinary plain cardstock here, and I have gessoed it with clear gesso before doing all of my mixed media. I did that and put it to the side to dry whilst I was cutting out my tags. And by adding that gesso, it just adds almost like a waterproof layer between the cardstock and the wet mixed media, so that it prevents the paper from warping so much, and also enables me to move my colours around a little bit more on my layout. So I've used Distress Oxide inks for some of my background there, and I've basically used an old piece of packaging, used my ink pad to apply ink to that packaging, spritzed a bit of water, and then used the packaging technique to apply it to my cardstock. And then for the red colour, I didn't have any red Distress Oxide ink, so I've actually used a red Liquitex ink, which is like an acrylic, but I've pretty much applied it in the same way by using the packaging technique. Now, I wanted some of the elements of those tags to be raised up, so what I've done is I've used the cloud and the sunshine as a template and drawn around them and then cut them out of pretty pattern papers, and I wanted to try and match everything together colour wise. So the papers I've used are from the Amy Tangerine collection, Picnic in the Park. They're really bright and fun, and I felt were perfect for keeping in line with the bright rainbow effect that I had going on the page. And I've raised those up on some foam. I didn't do that with the rainbow just because the little rainbow strips themselves were quite thin and flimsy, and I just felt that would be a bit too tricky and it would get caught. So I've actually backed that rainbow tag cut file with my papers instead. So I wanted to try and do a little bit of tone on tone embellishing just to try and keep the theme going and to link those colour blocks up behind the tags. I've just slightly overlapped some of those colours. And I was really excited when I was looking through my stash of things that I could use that had a tiniest bit of Paige Evans Truly Grateful paper left with the trees on. I don't know if anyone remembers that paper, but it was my all-time favourite and everyone was going crazy over it at the time. And I managed, thankfully, to have 3 trees left in those colours. So I fussy cut them out and popped them on, because the photograph is of me when I was out dog walking, because that's what I do for my job. I look after people's cats when they go on holiday and dog walk for people. And this is a photograph I snapped of myself. Now, I don't think you can see very, very faintly in the top right hand corner of that photograph, there is the faintest rainbow ever. By the time I got my phone out to try and get a selfie of myself with the rainbow behind, it had started to fade and I was really disappointed, but it is there, honestly. And I just thought that the photograph went really, really well with these cut files, because I was out walking at a local National Trust place, Hewenden, and it absolutely chucked it down. The sky went black and I got rather wet. And then the sun came out, and then as I turned around, I saw this rainbow, and I was so excited because I do love rainbows. Everyone loves rainbows. They always put a smile on your face. So I thought that this photograph would be perfect for these tags. So I've backed my photograph in some of the papers from the Amy Tangerine collection, because I really didn't want to take away from those tags themselves. I loved the black silhouette shape that I created with them on the layout, and I really didn't want to cover them too much because they were really popping off the layout. And at the end of the day, I wanted those cut files to be, you know, part of the main focus of the layout along with my photograph. So the title that I came up with was After the Rain Comes Sunshine and Rainbows, which is definitely what happened on that day when I was dog walking. And I've used, for the rain, some Simple Stories Colour Vibe alphabet stickers, then a beautiful Bramble Fox Perspective Sunshine, and then the rainbows, they were alphas from the Crepe Paper Hey Santa collection. So again, trying to keep tone on tone. So I've fussy cut out a few words and strips from one of the papers from the Amy Tangerine collection, and then I'm also here just putting a puffy sticker from I think it was from a different Amy Tangerine collection. I can't quite remember the name of that, but added that on as well. A little Paige Evans enamel charm tucked behind my trees there, because that had rainbow colours on and linked quite nicely, and just drew some of the blue from the left hand side of the layout across. And I've also added a really, really pretty Chamel puffy sticker with but it's like a shaker sticker because it's got little bits of glittery sequins in as well behind my cloud there. So the layout's pretty much almost finished. I really love how it came about. It is quite a simple layout for me with not too much embellishing, but like I said, I didn't want to cover up the blacks too much of those tags because I thought they were working nicely as they are. Just raising the edges of those tags up there that I'm just picking up with my tweezers, loosening off from the back from the cardstock because I stuck too much glue on. And around the holes of those tags I've put like some paper reinforcers, you know, like you can get for to go in your ring binders, and I've coloured those with coordinating inks that I used on my background. And then I've used some rainbow embroidery thread in the coordinating colours again, just to link those tags up. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed watching my process video. Please do head over to the Peartree Cutfiles website. There's so many beautiful cut files released for March. Thanks for joining me. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, or comment. I always try and comment back, and it's really appreciated that you've taken the time to stop by. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you very much, and this has been Vic for @Forever Scrapping and Peartree Cutfiles. Bye.